Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to take our Vancouver Canucks into the Year 1 playoffs. Hopefully we can get to the playoffs. It shouldn't be a problem. We are first in the NHL right now with 86 points, so it is looking like it's going to be a playoff year. No doubt, especially with the lineup that we had. I was going to expect nothing less. The President's Trophy would be nice, but it's not the end-all, be-all. I mean, the Vancouver Canucks have won the President's Trophy the last 2 years, haven't been able to win the Stanley Cup. So as long as we just get there and get home ice advantage for at least the first 2 rounds, I'll be happy. So a good, I want to win our division. Yeah, I want to win our division, okay? So I was reading your comments, and firstly, I was reading some comments about line changes for the AHL. You guys were saying put Schroeder on the first line. So I got Jensen, Schroeder, and Cassian on the first line. Now, same thing with the power play, all right? I've already gone ahead and fixed that for you guys. And we actually haven't checked out our AHL record at all. I want to check that out right now, actually. Damn! 38-10-4. They're playing amazing. All right, Eddie Lack, I guess, is going to get a big jump for next year, and Schroeder's got 33 assists. Jensen doesn't have a lot of goals. He still has 60 overall, but with that record, and if they have a deep playoff run, maybe Cassian and Lack are actually pretty good players by next year, so that'll be good for us. Now, when it comes to our team and the trade deadline, I was reading your comments, and a lot of you guys were saying same thing that I'd be thinking. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've really turned the season around, especially after that horrible first start. 41-20-4 is a great record. We are first in the NHL right now. So I really don't want to make any changes, especially considering that we already made a lot of the trades that we could at the beginning of the year. I don't really have any players that we could trade away. Like, I'll go to trade players here. Hang on. Just show you the trade values. Like, none of these guys I could trade away. I'll get, like, maybe 6th or 7th round picks, so that doesn't count. These guys got some trade value, but I can't trade away these guys. This Sweat guy, let's see him. Well, he's only got 3-star. Hang on. Let's see this guy. 2-way forward. Discipline. Okay, I could trade away Bill Sweats. Okay, hang on 1 second here, boys. Blow my nose, of course. Okay, so we could use this Sweat guy for a trading chip, I guess. Salo, no. So I think this guy was 3.5-star. Yeah, I can't trade away the 3.5-star guys. No. All right, so we can't trade away any of those guys. However, the, who was he again? Yeah, this Sweat guy I could definitely trade away for something. I don't know what I could get out of him, but I could get something for him. So let's just go and find a team that, first of all, wants him. Wait, 1.2 million. You know what? I may not be able to trade this guy away. They may say something like, contract situation is too much. Can I even find a team that wants to give him away? No, there's not even a team that wants him. All right, let's just try to find a draft pick, a cheap draft pick that we can get. Boston, let's try to go for Boston's 2nd-round pick. Trade value says that trade should go through. Let's see if they don't want to take on the contract of Bill Sweat. Execute trade. All right, still not working. Let's try a 3rd and a 4th. Execute trade. Oh, it did go through. Okay, good. So it seems like this is a sweet proposal on our end. Blah, blah, blah. So we got some more picks there for us. We don't have any 2nd-round picks this year, but we do have 4 1st-rounders and 5 3rd-rounders. Okay, so all those 3rd-rounders, especially since it's the first year, those will be 3.5-star players. Even some of the 4th and 5th-rounders will be pretty good. But still, for a year that we traded away a lot of prospects and traded for a lot of veterans, we actually did manage to still get a lot of draft picks for this year. So that's good, okay? My goodness gracious, hang on a sec. I swear, like, it just waits for me. I was down here preparing all fine, and I start talking, and all of a sudden I gotta blow my nose. Good God, man. It's like a routine. My body waits for it. So I want to keep an eye on these draft picks. New Jersey, Phoenix, Tampa Bay, and of course our pick, okay? Tampa Bay and New Jersey's pick look like it's going to be the best. Let's see here again. Yeah, New Jersey's down 2nd last in the Eastern Conference with 55 points and 3rd last in the entire NHL. So that looks like it's going to be a top 4 pick. Even with the lottery, no matter what, it'll be top 4, okay? And then Tampa Bay 65, that could turn into a top 10 if I'm hoping that they don't have the greatest end to the season. Phoenix is still in a playoff spot already, so that's not going to be the greatest pick. And our pick as well, that's not going to be the greatest pick. So, but at least it looks like we are possibly to have 2 top 10 picks in the first year, so that's really good for us. So I think I've made the decision here, boys. I'm not going to be making any trades. I'm going to go into the trade deadline, the trade negotiations, and look at other trades coming back from other teams. But because we went on that outstanding run, we're first in the NHL right now, you know, especially if you take away that bad start. Imagine, you know, you subtract the losses from the bad start. You subtract the wins as well. But imagine the season just started in December. I mean, good God, we have a filthy record. So I really don't want to change anything right now. I like the way our team is playing. We have a bunch of veterans on our team, so if that poise idea that I had in the last video about higher poise means better production towards the end of the season and the playoffs, well, then that means with all the veterans that we have on our team, that means that we are getting into the best point of the season for our team. Luongo, he's in his mid-30s. The Sedin twins, mid-30s. Alfie, St. Louis, Oland. All right, all these guys with high poise. No trades incoming from any other teams. That's okay. I'm willing to just go into the playoffs with this team right now. I'm liking the way this team is playing, okay? So the rest of this video, we will just get the... it's probably not going to be the longest GM mode today. But we'll get the regular season done, and we'll check out all the individual stats. Which goalie's in the net right now? He's on a bit of a tear. Is it Luongo or is it Desjardins? Let's see. It's Desjardins. Okay, so one loss, and then Luongo goes back in. I'm still going to ride the hot hand. I would like to win that President's Trophy. And you never know. Luongo could go down in the playoffs due to an injury or due to a few 5-hole goals. And we want Cedric Desjardins to be able to come back in there and at least win us one game, okay? So there's a loss. We'll go to Luongo right now. We're going to figure out right away if that was a bad idea to not make any trades or not. Let's see if I messed with the team chemistry or not. Come on, Luongo. It's time for you to start to establish yourself as the starter, okay? I think we all know game 1 of the playoffs, round 1, game 1. It doesn't matter if Desjardins wins every single game from now into the end of the regular season. I mean, Luongo is our starting goalie for the playoffs. Absolutely. There's another loss. Scouting assignment, yep. We just did the WHL, so I think we have to go to the OHL now. Forwards, I want forwards for this team. We need young forward prospects. Defensive prospects will come later. We have, Edler down there anyways, and he's only 26 years old, so that's fine. I could do the QMJHL after. I'll do the OHL one more time for 6 weeks. And then we'll come back and do the QMJHL, okay? So we already have one loss for Luongo. Come on, Lou. Go on a little bit of a winning streak right here, man. You're embarrassing yourself. Cedric Desjardins, there you go. All right, there you go. He got a win. And the question, is Daniel Sedin going to become I don't think it's going to be a 50-goal scorer, unless he has like 2 hat tricks, gets himself back in the race. But definitely a 40-goal scorer, which is great. I mean, I know a bunch of people who've done Vancouver GM modes have said that. I've got mixed reactions for the Sedins. I've seen people say trade them. They never produce. I've seen other players say just get another good winger, which is what we did with Martin St. Louis, and they're actually not that bad. I'm very happy with their production with the Sedin twins this first year. 36 goals, and I know they're right there behind St. Louis in assists, so I'm very happy with them. There's 2 losses for Luongo, but we got to keep. I want to establish Luongo. There you go. There's another win. I want to try and get him some wins here. He's only got 27 wins on the regular season, man. And we got 45 wins. That's a lot of games played for Desjardins. I want to get Luongo some confidence here. We got to split. So I'll give him one game against the Kings, and if he loses, or if it's, we'll take him out here for Desjardins. Don't worry about it, Lou. Don't worry about it. I know you're going to show up in the playoffs for us. All right, I know there's going to be some doubters out there, but he's going to show up. I know it. Luongo is going to show up this year. It's now or never for the Vancouver Canucks, okay? This is the year we got to get it done. And when Desjardins in the net, I mean, he gets the goal. He gets the goals from the offense. All right, there's a game where he didn't get the goals from the offense. We're going back to Lou. But if you remember when we checked out the individual stats, I think Desjardins had the better record, and I think the better shutouts, but Luongo had the better goals against average and save percentage. So, I don't know. I think it's just coincidence that, Desjardins getting a lot of goal-scoring support from our team when he's in the nets. We'll check out the individual stats at the end of the year. Luongo with another loss. He just can't get on a roll, man. Can't get on a roll with Luongo. There's another loss, 2 in a row. What's going on, Luongo? Jesus. Gonna go back to Desjardins. 2 in a row for Luongo. Good God, man. I don't know what it is, boys. I create my own goalie controversies. I have no clue what it is. Cedric Desjardins goes in and he wins the game. All right, we're losing some games now. What's going on? We may have fallen out of the President's Trophy race here. Let's see how many games left we have. Hang on. Let me just simulate up to Phoenix. And this would be a game I want to win in regulation because that draft pick, right? I want to try and beat Phoenix in regulation. The higher we can get in the draft, the better. 40, 29, and 7, yeah, they could be a playoff team. If they lose some regulation games, maybe not. But there's only, we have 2 more games against Phoenix, so I'd love to beat them both in regulation. 4 more games, so we have a possible 8 more points to get. Let's see, the New York Rangers are already up to 100 points. We only have 97 now. So those, we have gone on a little bit of a losing streak. Like, it's not been bad, but these 3 losses in a row right here have really hurt our chances, okay? 4 losses in a row. 4 losses in a row. So we need to get back on track here, boys. The President's Trophy may not work out, but still, we can still come back. And, well, you never know. You never know. Let's just take it one game at a time. Is Luongo in the net? Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure I put him in the net. Hang on. Let me just make sure. Yeah. All right, so Luongo, you're finishing the regular season. Come on now, son. All right, doesn't matter what happens in these 4 games. Luongo's getting every single start. Maybe not the last one, but we'll see how the standings are, all right? So there's a regulation win against the Phoenix Coyotes. Good. So, again, we're trying to push the Phoenix Coyotes out of a playoff spot. Come on, another win against the Calgary Flames. Oh, my God. How do we lose against Calgary? They're 35, 38, and 7. Come on, boys. Jeez. All right, so the President's Trophy I really don't think is going to happen anymore. That's all right, though. Don't worry about it, Vancouver. 2 bad stretches, one at the beginning of the year and one right there at the end of the trade deadline. Don't worry about it, though. Phoenix, no, I'm not going to check them out just yet. Let's just do one more game with Luongo in the net. And there you go, another regulation win. There you go. So we gave the Phoenix Coyotes 2 regulation losses there. So that might be good. You never know. All right, so I think the regular season ends on this Saturday right here, Hockey Night in Canada. So there's still going to be a few games left. Let's see here. New York Rangers have 104 points. Okay. And, yeah, so we're not going to be able to win that. We're not going to be able to win that President's Trophy, boys. But we can still win our division. We got to beat the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, we've got to beat the Edmonton Oilers. This is actually a big game. If I don't know what happens if we tie it, but if they get a win, if they get 2 points, and if they beat us in regulation, then we're going to drop all the way down to 4th. And Edmonton's going to win our division. So this is a very big game against the Edmonton Oilers right here, okay? For home ice advantage in the first round. And, looking for home ice advantage in the second round as well. So this is going to be a big game. So here we go against Edmonton. I'll do a regular simulation. Come on, Luongo. This is pretty much a playoff game, all right? We're playing for playoff implications, playoff seeds right here. Let's go. First period. All right, we got one. They got one. Jordan Eberle and Edler. Okay. Come on now, Lou. Second period. All right, there you go. We didn't score a goal, but at least we didn't allow a goal. Come on, boys. We got to have a solid third period. I'll do a regular simulation. Come on. I want to have a good... Oh, my God. The Nuge scores on Lou. Come on, boys. Where's our offense now? Lou's playing pretty good. 2 goals against on 30 shots. There you go. Chris Higgins. It's only freaking Devin Dubnyk in the net. Let's go. We're going overtime. Oh, my God. It's not good. There you go. All right, we got the win. Thank God. I was going to say, if they get the win and we tie... They may still beat us, but we got the win. We definitely beat the Edmonton Oilers. Unless they have another game left. They could still have another game in hand. But we did our part to try and end up 2nd overall in the Western Conference, okay? So Lou, he had a pretty good game there. Yep, he had a pretty good game. Our offense got enough goals for us there, so I'm not going to complain. Let's see how the season ended up. New York Rangers 104. The Vancouver Canucks 103. So we are 2nd, 3rd in the NHL, which is decent, boys. But let's just see if there's any other teams that can catch up on the list. Hang on a second here. I think this is the last day, so I'll check out all the stats on this day. Actually, one more day. I'll do one more day because that's the day that has to be simulated. I know there's teams that play on that Saturday. I know there are. There's a bunch of teams. Yeah, I think the regular season is done now, okay? So the Rangers ended up with 106. Where's New Jersey and Tampa Bay? All right, so New Jersey ended up with 78 points, Tampa Bay 84. So Boston and Ottawa, they ended up with worse, so it's not going to be like a top 3 pick, it doesn't look like. Yeah, and in fact, New Jersey and Tampa Bay finished all better than Detroit, Columbus, Colorado, and Anaheim as well. And look at that, Phoenix ended up not being a playoff team, so we got another good pick, a good pick there, but not a top 3 pick, okay? Yep, so look at goals. Daniel Sedin's got 42, 2nd in the NHL. It's a great season for Daniel. Assists, Martin St. Louis with 53 down there in 7th, so that first line was great for us. Points, Daniel Sedin 2nd in the NHL with 88, so he definitely did his job this year. Wins, we shouldn't be up there because of our goalie situation. Save percentage, are we up there? No, we are not. Goals against average, are we up there? No, we're not. All right, don't worry about that. Let's simulate up until the playoffs. see who we have in the first round right here. And it's the Dallas Stars. Okay, so we got the Dallas Stars. You've done what I asked and earned 49 wins for the Vancouver Canucks organization this year. I'll be expecting a bit more out of you next year, but I'm sure you'll deliver. All right, so we made it to the playoffs. We didn't win that President's Trophy, boys, but you can make the argument that at least we don't have that curse hanging over our heads anymore, okay? It's time to get the real trophy. Let us, team standings. I want to check out a few things here in the team standings. Firstly, so point-wise, we finished third in the NHL, tied for third with Edmonton, okay? So, pretty good regular season, boys, pretty good regular season. Goals for per game, first in the NHL, so we're scoring goals. Goals against per game, 10th in the NHL. So, I don't know if it's goaltending, I don't know if it's defense, but if we're gonna go on a good run in the playoffs here, we need to make our goals against a little bit better than that. Power play percentage, second in the NHL, we don't need to touch that. Penalty kill percentage, 8th in the NHL. It's not horrible, but I guess it could be a little bit better to help out the goals against as well. All right. Shorthanded goals for, 5th in the NHL. Home record, 26-11-4. Away record, 23-17-1. Okay, pretty good. And I wanted to also check out the points for the NHL, but in reverse order, so I can... I know there's going to be a lottery, so it could still end up wherever, but the way it's looking right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, all right? The lottery could change things around, but it looks like with our jersey pick, we're going to have the 7th overall pick, 8, 9, so it looks like we're going to have 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 7, 9, and 13 in the draft this year. We could move up, but that's also, 3 very deep drafts. I'd imagine maybe you could get with number 7, 4.5-star player. I'd imagine there are sometimes the guys down there, but at least if not that, 2 4-star players with the 7 and 9. So pretty good draft position still. Yeah, they could have been top 3, which would have been amazing for us, but 7, 9, and 13 before the lottery is still pretty good. Okay, and not to mention our draft pick, which hopefully is the 30th overall pick if things go according to plan, okay? And last but not least, let's just check out the player stats for the season. Let's see who did what for us. A lot of good players did pretty good for us this year. This first line, I'd imagine, had a really good year. And yeah, Daniel Sedin, 88 points, so a point-a-game player. Henrik Sedin, pretty much a point-a-game player, 4 points shy, all right? Well above 70 points, so Henrik Sedin did his job. And Martin St. Louis, a 70-point season for Martin St. Louis, okay? See what I mean? His assists really helped out that sniper, Daniel Sedin. So the first line did everything I expected them to do, okay? Everyone was a 70-point player at least. Second line, what am I looking for? 50-point players. Ryan Kessler almost got 70 points on that second line, so he went above and beyond for us. Alfredson, 58 points. That was a stellar second line year. And Booth, not quite 50 points, but he's right there, so I'm willing to let him have a pass, okay? It would have been easier to pass him if he had like 25, 30 goals, but still, a pretty good season. Third line, Ryan Smith, I think is on the... Is Smith on the fourth line or third line? I can't even remember, but still 28 points, which is great. Burrows 21, Higgins 20, Langenbrunner 17, Hansen 15, Malhotra 15. Okay, so really our top 2 lines is the reason why we are the leading goal-scoring team in the NHL right now. Defenseman Bieksa 41 points, Salo 36. So look at that. Sammy Salo came back and with 36 points to the team. Hamhuis 29, Edler 29, all right, Tanev 25, Barker 25. And goalies, all right, so we got to decide. I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, it's got to be Luongo, okay? Desjardins got 32 starts this year. Luongo only 56. But Luongo's goals against average 2.20. He's 30, 18, and 3. All right, Desjardins' record looks good, but again, I think he was just getting the goal support from our team to help him out. Same thing with the save percentage. Luongo's is a lot better, okay? And shutouts, Desjardins had more. It's weird stats, but I think it's pretty obvious. In fact, I'm going to make an executive decision right now. Roberto Luongo gets the Game 1 start, no matter what. All right, boys, so there you go. There's the first year. Pretty successful. Didn't win that President's Trophy, but still we're here. We got a lot of good stats, a lot of good players. Hopefully, we'll keep on firing on all cylinders. And before I forget, let me just take off injuries. So don't forget for the next video, injuries are back on. Sorry, turn them on. Okay, and we are good to go. So there you go, boys. Vancouver versus the Dallas Stars in round 1 of the Year 1 playoffs, and that is coming out tomorrow. I will see you guys there.